Hey, how's it going? It's Sean Bradshaw from cyberfret.com, and in this lesson we're going to take a look at the chords and strums to Summertime Blues from Eddie Cochran. As I'm recording this, it's hot outside in the middle of summer, so a fitting song for the time of the year. So let's go ahead and take a look at the music first, and then we'll get into how to play it. Alright, so let's just take a quick look at the form of the song. So the first two lines are going to be both an intro, and when we repeat, they're going to be an interlude section. So then we get into the verses, are the next two lines, then on to the chorus, and we have the song is in 4/4 time, except for this one measure right here of 2/4 time. And then we have a repeat sign. And basically, you just repeat everything 3 times, and then we're to an outro. All right, so in this song, there's really just 3 basic chords. We have an E chord, an A, and a B7. So there's also kind of in the chorus, there's a little blues shuffle thing. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I get to the chorus section. But first of all, let me go ahead and just play through the intro, and then I'll kind of talk you through the strums. So the first 2 measures is just kind of a little bit of a percussive sound, and I'm just doing that by taking my left hand is very lightly touching the strings as I'm playing just all 8th notes down and up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, now let's take a look at the first measure where there's chords on that second line. And what we're going to do is we start off with kind of that percussive sound on beat 1. Then I'm strumming up on E. And 2. And then we're going to an A chord. 3. Miss. And then 2. Percussive strums again. So we have this in slow motion. It's 1. Now when I start to play that a little faster, what you're going to find is that last 8th note before I go to the A, I kind of do what's referred to as a transition strum, where I'm kind of lifting my hand up and you kind of hear some open strings and maybe a little bit of a click as I'm on the way to the A chord. So listen to that a little faster. See how that... Now in the second measure of that second line, it's really the same strums, but I'm just going from the B7 chord to the E. Again, I'm kind of playing that little transition strum. It's not notated in there, but just remember that kind of the last 8th note before chords change, there's often this kind of transition strum where sometimes there's a little bit of an open string or a little bit of click that just helps you make the movement to the next chord a little bit easier. So that is the intro. All right, let me kind of play through a verse here, and you'll find it's really the same ideas as the intro, just with a slightly different form. All right, now we're to the chorus. Let me kind of play through it once, and then I'll kind of talk you through how to play it. All right, so what we have here in the chorus is, the chords listed are A5 and A6, and what I have is the open 5th string, and then the 2nd fret on the 4th string, just those 2 notes. And what I'm doing is I'm actually taking my thumb, reaching around and very lightly touching the 6th string so that I'm muting that out. And I'm also taking my 1st finger and very lightly touching the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings so that I can actually strum all 6 strings there, but you only hear 2 notes. Now, if you have small hands, you may have trouble reaching around there. In that case, you can't really do this down and up strumming that I'm doing, because otherwise you're going to get a bunch of open strings that you don't want. So in that case, you can just kind of do all down, something like this. Just downstrokes in that case. Different sounds. So if you can, you know, even if you think, oh, my hand's too small, you'd be surprised. I hear that a lot from people is, but my hand's too small. You'd be surprised. All you got to do is just get far enough around to very lightly touch that 6th string. So I have A5, which is an A power chord. And then just my 3rd finger is going to go up to the 4th fret on the 4th string, and I'm still just playing 2 strings. And I have the chord here as A6. It's just that. So we have 2 of the A5s, 1 A6, and then back to the A5, and that's 2 beats right there. You just do that twice in each measure. And then we're going to just an E chord, and we stop, and then there's some rests here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have a couple of percussive clicks, and then we just do the same thing again in the next line. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and in that case, we lose 2 beats at the end of that chorus. So you see there's a time signature change. This whole song is in 4/4, except that one measure of 2/4 right there. And then you see a repeat sign, and above that it says 3 times, so we're basically gonna just do it all again. The intro becomes an interlude, another verse, another chorus, do it again, interlude, verse, chorus, and then we're to the outro. So here's the outro. It's really just like the intro, except we're just kind of repeating some parts more times. All right, so have fun playing Summertime Blues.